Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to show you not this eye makeup look. I want to show you what step I followed to achieve a very flawless foundation that would last me throughout the day. So without further ado, let's start the tutorial. The first thing that I do is I always do my eye first and then I continue with the face. So I have already moisturized my face, and recently, not actually recently, I have started from July. I've been using this ordinary marula oil, which I apply day and night on my face because my skin is normal to dry. It's combination skin type. I've noticed as I've been using the ordinary that oil, it has really helped me with my skin. I will be doing, I know I've been talking about it in every video, I will be doing video on my skincare, so let's not talk about that anymore. Anyways, so my skin is moisture and everything. The first step that I do is I use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Coconut 3-in-1 primer water and I spray my face. Then I let it set, and then on top I go with primer. So I kind of alternate. Before I used to use the Catrice one, but now I've been alternating between e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I recently got this like 2 weeks ago, this Makeup Revolution Pore Blur Primer. So I kind of switch around depending what I want to do. So either e.l.f. or the Makeup Revolution. You can use whatever primer that suits your skin type. After the primer has dried a bit, I go with my primer. And one thing is that I have been following and I've been doing religiously is every time I apply a primer, I let it set, or even with the skin like care, like moisturizer or anything, I always give my skin 5 minutes for the product to sink in. That's what I have been doing, and I have noticed it does help. You can even do like a dewy primer. The reason I don't do a dewy primer is you will see in a second what I have been doing. And honestly, I have been getting so much compliment on my foundation routine lately. Not actually foundation routine. Honestly, after I have started using this step in applying my foundation, I have been getting so much compliment on my picture that I post on Instagram. So, and I'm like sticking to it. Like I really like the way it makes my skin looks throughout the day. So after it has set into my skin, lately I have been mixing two kinds of foundation, like that's what it's going to be, right? I've been mixing a dewy foundation with a matte finish. Yeah, the finish, because I've noticed like when I've been mixing matte with the dewy, the matte kind of helps the longevity of the foundation throughout the day, and then the dew I get, the radiant I get on my face, it's, I can't describe, it looks beautiful. Try this method, guys. See what it does to your face. Like your makeup will look so nice, flawless, because you don't want your face to be too matte. In between, if your skin is peeping through the dewiness, the glow you're getting from within, beautiful. Try this method. Honestly, I'm saying my foundation has never looked better before. Honestly, try this method. So for today, what I will be doing is I will be mixing my Catrice HD Coverage Foundation with NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. This is a medium coverage foundation, so, and this is a full coverage, so combination of full with medium, amazing. Try it out. So that's what I'm going to do, is mix NYX with my Catrice. Another thing that I've been doing too, like if I'm going out on a party or something, like what I do is I mix my Huda Beauty, that's a full coverage foundation, with either, I also do with my Flower Beauty Like I always mix a matte foundation, like a matte full coverage foundation with a dewy medium coverage foundation. So try that method. Honestly, you will see a difference. So let's mix this first. I'll just shake the bottle. I have to get us those tray to mixing the foundation thing, because I usually do on the back of my wrist, and I always like eyeball like how much I need, because I don't go with a fixed like, okay, this is how much I'm going to take, or that. I don't do that. If I want a more, I just add. Okay, so one thing I don't like about this Catrice is the dropper. And then I always apply with my Sonia Kashuk brush. And then on top, I go with the sponge. For sure, you guys have seen this in lots of my video. So I go applying dots. This method I'll fast forward because you guys have seen this a lot. Oh, another thing, I never apply foundation under my eye, like right around here where the concealer goes, because what I've noticed is if I go with the foundation and then on top on go with concealer, it cakes on, like it does not look good at all. So always skip this area. But again, if you're not planning to wear concealer, you can go with the foundation over there. You guys see what I was talking about? If I need more, I build it up. Always take your time blending the foundation into your skin. Always do it, because a streaky look would not look good at all. Always take your time blending the foundation, because if you have patchiness, streaky foundations everywhere, it will not look. So always take your time blending the foundation. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply another layer of the foundation, but this time I will be going in with my damp sponge. You can do any sponge of your choice. Lately I've been liking the e.l.f. one. It's very soft and all that. I like it. And plus with the precise thing, I can go with my concealer with this around the edges, like and on the corner, everything. So again, I'm gonna mix a little bit of foundation, but I want to show you guys what I do, how I apply it. So I have again went ahead and applied a little bit more because I want more little coverage. But sometimes what I do is I do apply another layer of foundation, a little bit sometimes, depending if I want to go with a full or just a medium coverage. What I'm going to do now is wet my sponge with any setting mist that you have or which you like. I kind of alternate between Wet n Wild, Catrice, then my Mario Badescu, even my Morphe one, which I don't have anymore. So I have the Jeffree Star one. Again, when I'm going out on a party or something, I tend to use that Jeffree Star one. So, and now I'm going to apply the second layer of foundation by spraying the face, and you will see what it does. It locks the foundation in and it will not move throughout the day. So I go with the patting motion, or I pack. That's what I do. Do you guys see the glow I'm getting already? See, I still have a bit of foundation. Don't forget this area here. Again, see, I have not applied any foundation. Do you guys see that? It has completely locked my foundation in. If you have oily skin, go with a setting spray, like a matte finish setting spray on top on the thing, because this one is a natural finish. Since I have combination skin, use setting spray that suits your skin type. For concealer, I will be using this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. If you're looking for a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape, this is the one. I tend to do one eye at a time because it dries really fast. So then around this corner, if it does, I cannot reach. Sometimes with the sponge, I go with my brush. Do you guys see the coverage? I might go a little bit more after. So again. Oh, there's another method I follow, is how I go with color corrector. I've already done a video on that, so you can check, or I might link it in the box below, that makeup tutorial. Oh guys, sorry, another thing that I do sometimes, If I want more brightening, I go with this Jeffree Star Magic Concealer. It's a little light on me, so it really does a good job on brightening right in here. So I want to show you. Good thing I remembered. So what I do is apply a little bit right here in dots, okay, not too much, and then I go with my brush. Do you guys see that? How much it brightens my under eye? Whatever's left on the brush, I just go around here. The reason I'm doing it, like using my finger to let it like set into it, because what I'm going to do, because I have not finished my eye look, I always go on top with a powder, so that if I tend to get any fallout from the eyeshadow, because I always like to smoke out my lower lash line, so it helps when I put the loose setting powder. If there's any fallout from the eyeshadow or anything, I just brush it off. So this is, I've completed my eye look. If you're wondering what am I wearing on my eye, I'm wearing this ColourPop California Love. This is my first time using it. This is how the palette looks like. This is perfect for, I would say, for the fall season. Okay, after I finish my eye look, what I do, remember the loose setting powder that I applied? I take a brush, any fluffy brush, and I just clean it off. It also helps with the eyeshadow to look more blended and soft. So now what I'm going to do is, for the rest of my face, I'm going to take again my sponge. This is optional. I usually do this if I want a really flawless finish. So what I do is I go with my Maybelline loose powder. It's in shade medium. Let me show you guys this one right here. This is a really nice loose setting powder from the drugstore. So what I do, I take it a bit on my damp sponge and I apply the rest of my face. And for the rest, like around my jawbone, what I do is I go with my Coty Airspun. It's a translucent powder, because I will be bronzing my face right now, so I want my jawbone to be more defined. So I go with this and I do a cut. I should apply more to show you guys. Stop here. This is my line I go for. So right around the corner, I take it as my point. The reason I do this, because I will be contouring and bronzing my face, so by doing this it will give me a more chiseled look. So this is what I do before I start contouring or bronzing. What I do is I take my Coty Air loose setting powder with my damp sponge and I elongate, like use this as my point, and I create like a line. So later, after I'm done contouring and bronzing, I just clean it up. It gives me more chiseled, defined look. So for contouring today, I will be using this LA Colors. I will be taking this dark shade. For contouring, has to be 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So for contouring, what I do, always use this as your guideline, okay? Just see that. So now I'm gonna do here, and I drag it, whatever's left on my brush, around this area. Okay, so now with the brush, I will clean or soften the contour shades. It will going to go upwards. See, since I applied the loose powder, it helps for the contour shades not to droop down. And by chance, if it does droop down, what do? Take a brush. I'll show you guys. I hope I'm doing a good job explaining to you this process. Okay, so now for the bronzing, same brush, I will take my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula Peppa picks it, and I go slightly. So now, let me show you guys the damp sponge. Remember where I put the low setting powder? I'm cleaning it as I go. If you think that you went too far ahead with the contour shade, just use your sponge. So this method is called baking. So if you want, go with the brush again to define it more. So sometimes what I do with the same brush, I just go all over my face to blend everything all together. For blush, I will be taking this Wet n Wild shade in Blazing Berry. This is a nice shade for fall season. Be careful with these blushes. These are really pigmented. And then if you are a beginner in applying blush, smile, it helps. And then flick it upwards. Sometimes I go with the brush, my nose. Okay, that's how I did. Sometimes I go this way. That's all I do. So for highlighter, I will be using my Flower Beauty, which I'm a broken record. I use it in almost in all of the look that I create. The Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. So I'm gonna use this brush from Jeffree Star. Sometimes I mix all three together, depends on what kind of highlighted look I want to achieve. But today I think I'll be using this one right here. And then I'm gonna smooth it out a bit by going with the brush. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I have not set my eyebrow. For that, I'm using the CoverGirl. Once my eyebrows dries, I'm going to set my face again with a setting mist. So after it's all done, I again go with my setting spray. Today I use the Mario Badescu setting mist. And then on top, I take my damp sponge and I just pat it in. So the setting mist depends on my day or the weather. If I want it a very long lasting, I either go with my Morphe one or the Milani one. It depends. And sometimes even what I do is like I alternate between two kinds of setting mist, like a dewy one with the matte finish. So preference is yours, what kind of look or you want your foundation to set. So yeah guys, I had to open my hair. My hair is kind of growing. I need to get a haircut, and honestly when it comes to hair, I don't have patience at all. And if you see powder on my shirt, it's kind of dirty. That's what always happens to me every time I'm doing a makeup look, or if I'm trying something, my shirt gets really dirty. And today I didn't feel like changing. Oh, by the way guys, if you're wondering what's on my lips, I'm wearing this liquid lipstick from Anastasia in Ashton. This is a very nice shade for the fall season, especially for medium to tan skin type. Look at it, how beautiful it is. This is the routine I follow, or the steps I follow to achieve, and that will give me a flawless base for my makeup to last throughout the day. So I'm going to wrap up my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Until then, have a good day wherever you are. Bye.